At the very heart of Africa lies the Republic of Burundi, a land full of promise, a nation looking to the future, and a country on a mission to maximize its true potential. A part of the East African community supporting one people, one destiny. Burundi borders Tanzania, Rwanda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, with Kenya and Uganda close by. The southwest region of this landlocked nation rolls into the beautiful Lake Tanganyika, while its mass encompasses rolling hills, rift valleys, and varied landscapes. It is home to around 10 million people, with a land area of over 27,000 square kilometers, and the capital city is Bujumbura.
Bujumbura is located in the center of an amazing geographical location. So we have the second deepest lake in the world. Anyone can have access to the lake, and the climate is wonderful. So Bujumbura is 365 destination for anyone. But also it's a city which is built around our historical heritage, the colonial time, the Belgium especially, the architecture, the construction, and also the people who came to live in Burundi over the past decades. We have those who came here as business traders, who came from Tanzania or other part of the world, and then Burundian ourselves from other regions.
Having gained independence from Belgian colonization in 1962, the country found its footing in the year 2000 with the Arusha Peace Agreement. Since then, it has transformed into a multi-party government system with a new constitution to set a mandate for power sharing and to protect minority rights.
There is a positive page that was turned in this country. This country, it is true, it has gone through a very dark past. We have known a civil war for quite a long period, but now Burundi is at peace. Burundi is stable. There is security in this country.
It's not been without tribulation, and Burundi still faces both political and economic challenges.
Burundi being a developing country presents many opportunities of things to be done. And we can see that even though its population is making efforts to do so many things, to accomplish, to put many things in place, because the country has many steps to make ahead. And we can see that commitment in the government mobilizing people in community works each Saturday of each week. The president himself encouraging that by his physical participation. So even so, we are at that level. There are still many things to be done.
When we compare Burundi and Rwanda, and we talk about, in terms of development, obviously the war ended in 1994 in Rwanda, and it pretty much started in 1994 in Burundi. That means that we are 10 years behind in terms of the two countries. While they were developing, Burundi was actually in the war, which means we've done actually tremendously well compared, because in 2005, when the elections were held, Burundi didn't look the way it looks today. So it means with time, we're gonna catch up.
The nation's key focus for the future is development, with a strong view to diversify the economy and attract external investment. One of the entities helping to attract foreign investment is the Burundi Investment Authority.
The plan of development for the next 3 years is to continue the trends of facilitating businesses in Burundi, trying to bring in more FDIs, which is foreign direct investment, And also we are working on trying to computerize the one-stop shop window that we already does functioning since 2013, and try to create more jobs and toward the poverty reductions.
Burundi has done really, really well as far as investment is concerned. They've looked at the neighbors, what Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda have done, and they've said, let's copy this model, and they actually try to overtake them. The API, the Investment Promotion Authority, has given its objective that if you come in Burundi and you want to register a company, they want to make sure that today, that particular day, you get registered and you get all the documents. It's a one-stop shop, and it's a good thing.
Agriculture is a key sector for the Burundian economy and its people. This sector alone employs more than 90% of the population, but currently accounts for just over 30% of the total GDP. Much of the country's agriculture is still at the subsistence level. The main priority is to produce enough food for the growing population while increasing production for export.
Agriculture and livestock production are pillars of our country's development. More than 90% of Burundi's population is involved in agriculture and livestock production, and these activities make a major contribution to Burundi's GDP, accounting for over 60%. There are products that our farmers produce to live on and products that we export. For example, Burundian coffee, which is very high quality, as well as tea, sugarcane, palm oil, cotton, fruits, and other essential products, such as fruit.
Burundi's natural assets make this sector full of potential. The country sees 9 months of rainfall each year, while the vast fertile plains of Imbo are highly suited for modern agriculture. Much like its neighbor Rwanda, if planned efficiently, Burundi's climate and rich soil have created ideal conditions for 2 crop cycles per year. At present, the nation's main exports are tea and coffee, which also account for around 90% of foreign exchange earnings, not forgetting cotton, livestock, and palm oil as other important industries. The land holds many future possibilities for investors, including creating irrigation for artificial lakes, palm tree oil, or realizing twice-yearly harvesting potential for rice and cereals. Burundi has obtained over half the funding needed for their current agri-investment program, including commitments from the World Bank, EU, and other funding institutions and countries. But more funding is needed, and for this, the nation looks to the private sector.
What we're looking for now is to connect our agricultural production to processing activities in order to transform our raw agricultural products, manage them better, and prevent losses. If investors want to come to Burundi, they should focus on agro-industry, because it offers so many advantages, particularly concerning investment costs. Burundi's investment regime provides many incentives for private investors, especially in our agriculture sector, where we even offer comparative advantages, particularly tax breaks, as well as rapid handling of paperwork, and our commitment to ease of doing business. We've done everything possible to support foreign investors in our agriculture sector.
The land is distributed not equally, unfortunately, but we've got 4 seasons in Burundi, meaning that if you really were organized and, for example, you've got enough land, you can easily grow something that's going to last 3 months, right? Another 3 months you grow something different, and you alternate all the time, which means the environment is quite okay as far as agriculture is concerned. It just needs a good planning.
Through the Burundi peace process, in 1999, regional embargoes were lifted, which recreated the chance for foreign trade and industry. The government remains focused on this sector, which holds host to a range of prospects for export and industry, particularly in agro-industrial. These range from production of food and materials through to tea cultivation in the south. There is also the possibility to introduce new exports, services, and light manufactures through the nation.
The Burundi market is something that you have to study extremely carefully. You need to send people here before you invest any money, do a thorough market assessment and market survey of what it is that you want to do here, and is there an actual market for it.
Industrial activity is relatively limited to small-scale processing and manufacturing plants, predominantly in the capital, Bujumbura. However, the Burundi workforce and the relatively low salaries still make it an attractive place for potential manufacturers.
The people are extremely friendly, very well educated, and willing to learn, open-minded, especially when it comes to other cultures and traditions and new businesses. Burundi is geographically situated between very large powers in the area: Congo, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, South Africa. If you were to base yourself here, you would be close to everything in the subcontinent. And that's a very good reason to be here.
Savanor, German-made quality in Burundi since 1970. We produce a wide range of soaps as well as oils and margarine, all using palm oil grown and processed in Burundi. Thanks to our focus on high quality and innovation, Savanor is the market leader in Burundi and has established a strong presence in regional markets. Savanor is an exceptional corporate citizen, donating free soap, assisting schools and health centers to promote hygiene, providing jobs for over 1,000 workers, and partnering with local farmers. A benchmark in Burundi's manufacturing sector, Savanor.
Hotel Bel Air residents enjoy fabulous views of Lake Tanganyika and Bujumbura. We offer a choice of 30 luxurious air-conditioned rooms and suites, all with private balconies, a flat-screen TV, and more. Our guests can pamper themselves in the spa, get in shape in our fitness center, or take a dive in our beautiful swimming pool. Hotel Bel Air residents, your new luxury oasis in the tropical heart of Bujumbura. Fresh taste from the Rift Valley. Aquavie.
Your home away from home in Bujumbura. Featuring world-class facilities and services, City Hill has what international visitors are looking for. Relax around our pool. Work out in our fitness room. Have a quiet drink in our bar and sample some of the finest Burundi and international cuisine has to offer in our restaurant. City Hill Hotel welcomes you to beautiful Burundi. Alpha CD Technology. As East Africa's first furniture manufacturer, we have developed the expertise to produce fine wooden furniture for markets in Africa and beyond. Alpha CD Technology, guided by excellence.
Hotel Bel Air residents. Enjoy fabulous views of Lake Tanganyika and Bujumbura. We offer a choice of 30 luxurious, air-conditioned rooms and suites, all with private balconies, a flat-screen TV, and more. Our guests can pamper themselves in the spa, get in shape in our fitness center, or take a dive in our beautiful swimming pool. Hotel Bel Air residents, your new luxury oasis in the tropical heart of Bujumbura.
Since the year 2000, Burundi has implemented financial and structural reforms to revive and stabilize economic activity. And today, the finance sector remains relatively small yet stable.
We are doing very much. For instance, BRB has got a grant from the World Bank to modernize the financial sector, a grant about $9 billion. With this amount, we will modernize the payment systems. We'll get an automated transfer service, and we also get IT infrastructures, and also we reach more people with these means and facilitate the doing business in Burundi.
The sector already demonstrates the nation's ability to attract FDI, with 3 of the main 8 commercial banks owned by foreign entities.
The financial sector in Burundi is in his infancy, starting. But right now, as the country is opened in the East African community and in the world, we are getting some banks, some financial institutions coming to Burundi. But the financial inclusion in Burundi is still very, very small, because about 10% of the population only have access to the bank system.
Banking regulation has been perceived as potentially more challenging than it could be. And the Bank of the Republic of Burundi, or BRB, is the central bank supervising this sector. As a result, the BRB is implementing prudential standards in the financial system while reviewing procedures in an effort to update the country's banking legislation. Investors should welcome recent changes in the Burundi tax system, having bolstered harmonization of the local tax system with that of East Africa, thereby enhancing ease of trade with common tax rates and so forth. The OBR are one outfit who are on a mission to improve services in this field for both investors and taxpayers.
The international aspects of taxation are extremely important because that's what investors look to when they come to a country. We, as I mentioned earlier, we have been taking every possible step to harmonize the tax system of Burundi with the rest of East Africa. So to make trade within East Africa a seamless operation in terms of common tax rates, common tax base, and common tax administration. We are also looking beyond East Africa to Europe and other countries for the agreement and negotiation of double taxation agreements or agreements for the exchange of information with countries on taxpayers called TIEAs. The plan is that these agreements will be negotiated later this year and hopefully will become operational either in the second half of 2014 or early 2015.
There are also ambitions to improve overall public access to finance, with opportunities in microfinancing to provide rural dwelling citizens with access to credit.
Burundi has conducted through BRB a national survey in the financial inclusion domain. With this survey, you have seen where we are and what we can do just to promote the financial inclusion, which is very important for people because through traditional banks, some people don't access to credit or to financial services.
Hotel Bel Air residents, enjoy fabulous views of Lake Tanganyika and Bujumbura. We offer a choice of 30 luxurious, air-conditioned rooms and suites, all with private balconies, a flat-screen TV, and more. Our guests can pamper themselves in the spa, get in shape in our fitness center, or take a dive in our beautiful swimming pool. Hotel Bel Air residents, your new luxury oasis in the tropical heart of Bujumbura.
Bank of Burundi. As Burundi's central bank, we manage the country's currency and money to maintain price stability. We also supervise the banking sector to ensure world-class standards and financial stability. We aim to promote financial inclusion and to develop Burundi's financial market to attract more credit for SMEs and long-term resources for investment. We welcome you to Burundi, where you will find a wealth of investment and business opportunities. The Office Burundi de Recettes, the OBR. Burundi's tax office has made significant progress in boosting the country's tax revenues. Created in 2009 and launched in 2010, the OBR has increased Burundi's tax revenue collection by almost 90% since it was founded. These revenues play a crucial role in the national economy since they finance around 78% of government domestic expenditure aimed at improving the quality of life for the people of Burundi and supporting Burundi's ongoing development. By 2017, the OBR aims to increase its revenue collection to 100% of domestic expenditure. Operating as an independent, semi-autonomous entity, the OBR was created not only to upgrade Burundi's tax collection process, but also to harmonize its tax regime with the rest of East Africa. As tax collection organizations all over the world work to meet the challenge of achieving fair, efficient tax collection, the OBR has earned an impressive reputation, especially for such a young enterprise. In 2012 alone, the OBR managed to register 7,000 new taxpayers and bring in US $349.9 million in tax revenues. In fact, the OBR has brought in over $460 million in extra tax revenues since the 2009 tax year. The OBR has also supported Burundi's new VAT and income tax legislation and has significantly reduced corruption in the tax system. Performing according to the highest international standards is the guiding principle for the OBR, which has instituted its own code of conduct. The OBR now has over 600 employees and plans to hire over 100 more employees this year. The OBR's strong performance and high standards are helping to make Burundi more attractive to investors. The OBR is committed to continuing to operate openly and transparently to supporting Burundi's sustainable development and to achieving revenues for government programs. The OBR also aims to meet new goals, including implementing double taxation agreements and information sharing agreements with other countries, as well as actively participating in other international arenas. The OBR is a symbol of Burundi's new world-class, internationally oriented, forward-thinking business climate. The OBR will continue to help reduce poverty in Burundi through improved collection of public revenues and an improved business environment. The OBR, ushering in a new era of modern tax and customs administration in Burundi. BBCI. We offer exceptional customer service and expanding network of 16 branches and service points throughout the country, and in-depth knowledge of the local market. For your banking needs in Burundi, count on BBCI.
Banque de Gestion et de Financement, BGF, the dynamic private bank that is growing rapidly along with Burundi's economy. Now with 12 branches and 8 counters throughout the country, we operate according to the highest international standards and offer a wide range of services, including investment products and online banking within all branches and all counters. For foreign investors in Burundi, BGF is the local banking partner of choice. Hotel Bel Air residents. Enjoy fabulous views of Lake Tanganyika and Bujumbura. We offer a choice of 30 luxurious air-conditioned rooms and suites, all with private balconies, a flat-screen TV, and more. Our guests can pay for themselves in the spa, get in shape in our fitness center, or take a dive in our beautiful swimming pool. Hotel Bel Air residents, your new luxury oasis in the tropical heart of Bujumbura.
The African continent is full of the awesome power of nature. And Burundi, too, is endowed with a collection of delightful native sights to behold. The government have marked tourism as a core sector for development, as it could help reduce the country's economic situation and thus support lasting peace. Burundi's untapped tourism potential is full of opportunity.
Private investors are coming with hotels, and we see more tour operators coming in Burundi. And if we see this, it's because there are tourists and there are a business behind it.
We need an international brand to boost our image and also to tap into a market which is not possible unless you have an international exposure. But also that will help us to improve on our standard and our quality and service. But also we believe that when you have an international chain, you tap into the big muscles they have. It's a big machine behind, and they have years of experience, and we learn from them how businesses are working.
For those who come to Burundi for business or pleasure, there are an array of activities in which one can spend their leisure time. Whether this means a soothing dip in the thermal waters of Muezi, relaxing on the lakeside beaches of Nyakazu, exploring the Nile source Rutovu, or even bird spotting in the northern lakes. There is plenty to lose yourself in.
You can go to Kibira National Park. We have now above 500 chimpanzees, a very interesting ecosystems and a rainforest. And also we have other special landmarks like the waterfalls, we have the German Gorge. We also have our unique drummers, legendary drummers with a unique experience, and also the culture of the food, the way we wear our clothes, the way we speak our language, and the way we actually carry ourselves in terms of our relationship we have between us and also our other foreigners who are in this country. So we have so many things packaged in one. I think everyone has to come and see what we can offer.
Let's not forget the culture of this nation at the heart of Africa. The hospitality and kindness of the Burundi people is legendary. Predominantly encompassing Hutu, Tutsi, and Twa ethnic groups, the nation has a prominent passion for traditional music and dancing. The famous Gitega drummers were born out of Burundi and provide a wonderfully lively performance and vibrant dress accompanying the foot-tapping local composition. It's an African treasure yet to be fully realized. Seated at the heartland of the African continent, Burundi is a land with potential.
Well, Burundi is an exciting country. It's almost a virgin state in the sense that there are so many opportunities here. The country is very well positioned for agribusiness, for farming, for tourism, and of course for natural resource extraction.
The time to come invest in Burundi is now. Maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, if you wait, it will be a little bit different. When I said about the tourism sector, we don't have any hotel chain in the country, so we invited them to come and consider Burundi.
Burundi is a country now which is at peace, where prevails security, peace and concord. A country which has come a long way, a country which is on the right track of economic recovery, a country whose doors are wide open for investors to come and work here.
The nation is open to investment, and has welcomed support from international funding institutions and investors to build and maintain its road to development. The government is doing its best to diversify the economy and to maximize the potential of multiple sectors, thus moving the economy forward and into the future. This African nation should not be one to overlook. The Republic of Burundi, a land of promise.